Look at this thing, bro. This looks crazy. I hope this is fake because if it's real, this person might want to run because this is supposedly a mythical creature from Indonesia that can disappear and reappear and shapeshift into a human. But it looks like some demon time.
Joe, what is that thing? Is that real or some first joke?
Man, hear me out. This is a T-Rex. And these are the stupid little T-Rex arms. It never made sense to me. Like, what's the point of those little teeny arms? So I looked up the skeleton to see what it would look like, and I was like, oh, look at there they are. Little cute arms, adorable. But then I looked again, and I realized something, and I'm about to blow your mind. This is the skeleton of an ostrich. Want to see another? Oh, there you go. The T-Rex did not have horns. It had wings. I think I just made history. It's a dragon.
Joe, what do you think, guys?
What made the dinosaurs go extinct? Do you realize they're asking the wrong question? The question is not what made them go extinct. The question is, did they go extinct? Now, they didn't call them dinosaur, though. They called them dragon. See, the word dinosaur wasn't made up till 1841. So for most of human history, these creatures are called dragons. Did you know dinosaurs not even in the dictionary in 1891? For most of human history, they were known as dragons. Now, dragons are mentioned in the Bible 34 times. People say, why aren't dinosaurs in the Bible? Last night I'm talking to this lady at the counter at the hotel. She said, well, dinosaurs aren't in the Bible. I said, that's correct. That word wasn't made up till 1841. And if you got the right Bible, that was translated 1611. So of course you're not going to find that word in there. Duh. But they called them dragons. Dragons are listed in the dictionary in 1946 as now rare. As the population of people began to grow after the flood, the population of dragons began to go down. Because nobody wants to live next door to a dragon. Same thing happened in Cobb County, Georgia, where Atlanta is today. Do you realize how many grizzly bears there are roaming around the woods right now near Atlanta, Georgia? 0. Do you know how many there were just 300 years ago? Hundreds. What happened to the grizzly bears in Cobb County, Georgia? Well, as people move in and civilize an area, the big ferocious animals are killed off or driven off. Happens everywhere. If it came on the evening news tonight that there were 5 grizzly bears roaming around Cobb County, do you know what would happen by 6 o'clock in the morning? They'd all be dead. Because every redneck in 4 states would be out there with a rifle trying to shoot one. Right? And whoever could shoot the biggest one would be a hero. They'd have his picture on the front page. Hey, Bubba shot the grizzly bear and saved the village. Yeah, he did. Well, that's exactly what happened to the dragons. And if you could figure out a way to kill a dragon, they'd be telling stories about you around the campfire from now on. People kill dragons for meat because they were a menace, to prove you're a hero, to prove you're superior, competition for land, or for medicinal purposes. Many ancient recipes call for dragon blood, dragon bones, dragon saliva. Why? Gilgamesh is famous for slaying a dragon. A Chinese legend tells about a guy named Yu that surveyed the land of China. It says after the flood, he surveyed the land and divided it into
But he
sections.
decided to kill them instead. That's a
He built
madness.
channels to drain the water off to the
That's
sea and make the land livable again. Many snakes and dragons were driven from the marshlands. Yeah, that's just normal. If you want to build a city, you got to, drive off the dragons and then build your city. I mean, it was expected. You got to drive the dragons off. Okay? Why would the Chinese calendar have 11 real animals, the pig, the duck, the dog, and a dragon? Why would they put a mythical animal in there? Could it be that at the time they came up with these 12 symbols, there were 12 real animals? Here's one of the oldest pieces of pottery on planet Earth. It's a piece of slate from Egypt, first dynasty of United Egypt. It shows long-necked dragons. We make replicas of it if you want to get one for a prize for your bus route, for some give out to the kid who does whatever, you can go crazy over this thing. Half-size replicas of the oldest piece of pottery on Earth. Why would they put long-necked dinosaurs on pottery 3,800 years ago? Here's 2 long-necked dinosaurs with a sheep in between their mouths. Here's a hippo tusk from the 12th century BC showing an animal with a long neck and a long tail. Here's a cylinder seal showing what appears to quite obviously be long-necked dinosaurs. The Bible talks about a fiery flying serpent in Isaiah 14. Wait a minute, fiery flying serpent? Well, if you read the story of Herodotus, Herodotus says he went to a certain place in Arabia, almost exactly opposite Buto, to make inquiries concerning the winged serpents. On my arrival, I saw the backbones and ribs of serpents in such numbers as is impossible to describe. The winged serpent is shaped like the water snake. Its wings are not feathered, but resemble very closely those of the bat. The people where the bones lie at the entrance of a narrow gorge between steep mountains. The story goes that with the spring, the winged snakes come flying from Arabia towards Egypt, but are met in this gorge by the bird called ibises, who forbid their entrance and destroy them all.
Joe, what do you think about that information? Share in the comment section. Everything here, as you know, is apparently. So don't come accusing, but share your thoughts. Oh, and don't shoot the messenger, man. Yeah, what type of creature is this? Yo, let's reach this video 1,000 likes, guys. Watch till the end. Someone left the camera recording and left the place, and this happened. You can see this creature. Look, yo, is that a witch or a ghost, a jinn? What do you think that is? Is this even real? But yo, yeah, what's this guy saying? Is this even a guy or what? A ghost? Some creepy creature, man. What do you think this is?
Have fun.
Hoax, me, it might be a hoax a lot, guys. The sound, I think the sound is too perfect to be real. But everything, yes, you have said is currently.
I need a mood. Oh no.
Is he mentioning names?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, is this how? I doubt this is real. What do you think that is, guys? A ghost? And in private places, this is what people are doing in school. You can see they have decided that cleanliness is not their best part yet. Oh, yeah, you can't imagine, guys. Oh no. Did you see somebody just washing his face? Look at the bucket and they're easy. This guy is washing his hands, his food, his nose. You can't imagine. This is somebody's food, man. They will probably have beaten this across the street. Sting! These guys do not care about your health at all. Oh my god, look at this guy. What? This is very disgusting. I just cannot. I cannot take it anymore, guys. No. Who think this guy cares about your health? No, think again, man. No. But the end product is very delicious. Oh, yo, chill, man. What's this?
Your senses.
Whoa, look at this dog, man. Bro.
The hardened contact then.
Oh my god. Whoa, what's that, man? Shit. Whoa, that's for doing. Yo, man. This ain't a cat. It has a face like that of a person.
Yo, I did not know this shit right here. Did y'all know when King Von died that none of the funeral homes wanted his body? Yeah, they said, I've seen his people talking on the video. They said no funeral home would take his body. And they said the one that did take his body told them that if they took it, they would have to do the funeral the very next day. On some real shit. Because they talk like people gonna come retaliate if they know that body there and when that funeral procession gonna be, then it's gonna be some shots fired. In other words, they know that. They said that's why didn't nobody want their body. Boy, that's some crazy shit. I did not know this shit right there. Shit so bad the funeral directors don't even want the body because they fear for motherfucking gunshots being fired at the funeral. Hashtag.
Yo, man. What is this? A cat, a frozen cat, or a skinwalker? Or just a glitch in the matrix, man? Yo.
Even children know that mercury is incredibly dangerous, but it wasn't always so. Until the middle of last century, people took mercury as a cure for many diseases. Fortunately, those days are gone, and today you must be extremely careful when working with this metal. What happens if a drop of mercury gets on your skin? No, it's something even worse. What if you were immersed in a pond of mercury? In this video, you'll learn how truly dangerous mercury is. I'll talk about its terrible effects on the human body. Let's flood a lake with a huge amount of this metal and put an imaginary swimmer there. Want to see if they can survive? And what exactly will happen to them? Let the experiment begin. But don't even think about doing something like this at home. It's life-threatening. If you've ever smashed a mercury thermometer, you must have seen shiny silver balls. Sure, mercury is extracted in a completely different form. Like other metals, it's extracted from ore, mostly from cinnabar. In general, mercury content in the Earth's crust is negligible. Only 0.08 of a gram or 0.02 of an ounce per ton. This is why mercury is an extremely rare element. Condensate forms from its vapor, which, when cooled, collects as liquid. Then the mercury is packaged in cast iron or steel flasks. Each one weighs 34.5 kilograms or 76 pounds. In this form, it's supplied to industrial enterprises. But enough theory. Let's move on to practice and fill the whole lake with elemental mercury. Let's not joke around. Let it be a lake the size of an Olympic pool. Don't even ask how much mercury we need. Given that this metal is more than 13.5 times denser than water, we'll need a lot. A little less than 1 million flasks to be precise. But what can't be done for the sake of the experiment of the century? Well, the lake is filled and shimmers in the sun like silver. I must say right away, it's better not to jump in from a hill. Jumping from a height into a mercury tank would be worse than falling onto a concrete floor. If you jump from the shore, it will also be unpleasant. At a minimum, you'll get some bruises.
All right. So I got this. This is mercury. Super safe. Very heavy. Essentially, back in the gold panning days, what would happen is people would gold pan, they'd have all the big rocks in their pan that they'd wash off, and then they'd be left with a bunch of sediment. And Fraser River is known for flour gold, basically a lot of fine particulate, not big nuggets. So if you pour mercury in your gold pan, it actually absorbs gold, which is really cool. The gold just disappears into it. And so they would do that, then they'd collect all the mercury throughout the day that they did that with, and they burn the mercury off, you vaporize the mercury, and all you're left with is the gold at the end. So it was a way to collect the gold. Nowadays, not really environmentally friendly, frowned upon, all that kind of stuff, so I knew an old gold miner that let me have the mercury here. So let me pour some without spilling it everywhere. It is incredibly heavy. It's pretty much the same heaviness as gold. So gold, for example, when you're panning for gold, gold is 10 times heavier than anything else in your pan, right? That means every rock out there in the world that you're finding in a river, gold is 10 times heavier. This is just as heavy. So
That's crazy.
let me show you. Put the dropper down here. I picked it up, and it's actually pretty cool because you can put it on your skin and everything, and it moves like water, but it's just very heavy. And it's safe. Just don't, again, like poisonous stones, just don't eat it. You're not going to absorb it into your skin. It's not one that's water soluble, right? So you can move it around. It will.
So I've been watching
evaporate when
videos.
heated.
I've also seen about the red mercury.
Don't spill it all over.
We did a
your
previous
room where
episode
you're playing
like
with
this
it.
one here
But,
about
yeah, that's the general
possible
idea there. So
weird.
I'm putting it in the vials. You can buy it from us here.